Welcome back to Morrowind. I'm Capture God 64. We are in Satanine, so I thought I'd start this episode off with a little bit of excitement. Right over here is that cave we went in before where we slaughtered that one person. And that was pretty easy, but when I did that, I just kind of like went in there, slaughtered that one person, freed the slaves, and then came right back. But there was a whole other area, which you might have noticed. I usually don't go in there because the dudes back there are strong. But since my build is so good this time, and since I've leveled up a little bit, my strength is at 70 right now, and my long blade's at 53, so I feel like maybe I can take them. So I thought I'd start the episode off with a little bit of mystery. Can I do it? Can I not? I don't know. You should be noticing higher quality audio, hopefully, because I'm using a different microphone now. Unfortunately, video is still abysmal, but whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna fix that, but okay. So you see, this is the slaves. There's this opening down here, but there's a mage at the end of a long hallway down here, and he just shoots shit at you while you approach him. So the better way to do this is to come over here. This is supposed to be like the exit to this little dungeon or whatever. I'm pretty sure you can get up this way though. Maybe by wedging yourself in the corner. Oh, I thought you could get up here. Oh, okay, never mind. I guess we're doing this the old-fashioned way then. Here we go. Yeah, he shoots shit at you, and gotta kill him quick. Kill him quick. Yep. See, already half my health is gone. But I did get him, so that's actually good. Take a standard potion, and then there's this person who doesn't pose that much of a challenge. So they've got throwing stars, and throwing stars suck in this game. I think there's one more person out this way. Maybe. It's kind of a winding cave here. There's probably some shit underwater at some point. Might be some fishes in here. It's tough to tell. Yeah, this part usually gives me trouble. Like, when I'm starting new games, I don't come down into this part of the cave because it's like that mage guy can really wreck you if your defense isn't that great. But since I'm at strength 50, I killed him in like 3 hits. It's just all good. Come on. Alright. So, oh, there's a rat. Okay. Alright, there's another guy back here somewhere. I think. Maybe there wasn't. I don't remember that well. There's some bones. There's some more bones. Some mushes. Mushrooms. There is... and now we're back to here. So there was not another person. That's good to know. Yeah. So that's cool. It's a nice little thing. I don't remember if there's even anything worth having here. Another key. We already have that though. Some soul gems, some gold, some armor, scrolls. Typical stuff that you usually find in these little bandit encampments. There's not that much here, so I'm not gonna like skip past it at all. Telvanni bug musk is some good stuff. That's valuable. All these weapons and things, I could grab them. Moon sugar's good. I could grab these weapons and stuff, but they're actually too heavy to be valuable. Like I mentioned in the Dwemer Ruins, sometimes things are just too heavy to be worth it. Moon sugar is pretty common to find in these places. You can only sell it to certain vendors, and a lot of people, and skooma as well, a lot of people won't sell or buy anything to or from you if you have moon sugar or skooma in your inventory, so you have to get rid of that stuff pretty quickly. But it's not a problem. Alright, so that's that, and I guess I'll meet you back in Balmora to see what we're doing next. So to sell that moon sugar and skooma, we're going to come back over to my friend Revere. He's a Khajiit, and in this game, Khajiits, a lot of them have drug problems. They're sort of a I don't know. I don't know what you would call that, but that's a thing in this game. So he will buy my skooma from me, although it costs too much for him. So I'm gonna have to buy some stuff from him and then sell it back to him. There's a little exploit you can do to get more money out of the vendors than they have, but you have to buy some valuable stuff. I'm looking for something that's gonna be like, okay, well he's just got like this stuff here, so I'm trying to get my total sold down there below 600 because that's how much gold he has. But the problem is he's got like all the stuff is man. Alright, never mind. Not doing that. I'm just gonna take it at a loss. I'll just say, my friend Revere, he deserves the money, I'm gonna sell this stuff to him at a discount so he can make it back, and because we're buddies, I'll just do him a favor. That's like a major loss I'm selling that at, but oh well. I need it out of my inventory, so whatever. Next up, I'm gonna sell the gems and potions that I have here and stuff, so I'll meet you back at Nalkaria's place. So these diamonds are gonna be the big payday here. Just selling those three is already 375 gold, and then the ebony is also very valuable, so the Teflon bug musk, I've got a lot of good stuff to sell right now, so this is a good time to be doing that. So I get 600 gold from Alcaria. I can actually probably bump that up. Theoretically, I could bump it up to 800, I think. But it's going to take a lot of tries to get her to accept it at 800. So I just mash the A button. Here, listen to that. And eventually she'll say okay, but it might take a while. I'll cut to when it succeeds. Oh, it succeeded already. I didn't even have to cut. Cool. Mercantile skill increased, which happens when you do that sort of thing. I should be doing that with every merchant, but it's just a lot of trouble, so I haven't been doing it. But that's how you get your mercantile skill up. Alright, we got $400 for some random odds and ends from that other guy. And I guess I can bump that up to 500 pretty safely. That's not quite a third, so you should accept this pretty easily. Come on. Should be fine. It's not a third, like I said. There we go. We got it. I changed my sword out, so. Alright, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, next thing is I want to use my armorer's hammer, because all my stuff has got a little bit of damage on it. Where'd I get this? Where did I get this stuff from? I'm not wearing that armor. Oh, that's right. I spec'd out with heavy armor. I forgot. So anyway, I'm gonna do that, and I'll hopefully gain some armor levels. It's one of my minor skills, isn't it? So, yeah. So hopefully I can do that, and that'll let me, it'll block more damage for me, and it'll let me do more damage with my sword when it's fully repaired. Alright, so this episode, what I need to do is I need to do this quest for the Fighters Guild, which is to get a code book from the Thieves Guild in Balmora, which is right down this way. This quest is kind of weird because it's supposed to be able to gate you off from joining the Thieves Guild and the Fighters Guild at the same time. There's a little exploit you can do. That's a main quest thing. This guy, I shouldn't have exited out of that so fast, but it's not important. They're just annoying. Whatever. I don't feel like explaining it. So for this quest, if you've already joined the Thieves Guild, then you're supposed to get the code book from this lady in here. If you've already joined the Thieves Guild, she won't give it to you, and you have to kill her, and then you get kicked out of the Thieves Guild. And if you haven't joined the Thieves Guild, and you do this quest for the Fighters Guild, the Thieves Guild will no longer let you join. But there's a little exploit you can do. I'm not going to kill her straight up. There's There's a little exploit you can do by, see this code book here, by getting the code book first without joining the Thieves Guild, and then joining the Thieves Guild before you turn in the quest. You can, I think it's okay to just kill her right here, but I'm going to save first. By doing that, you can join both the Thieves Guild and the Fighters Guild at the same time. Just a little, like, loophole that they left in the game for whatever reason. Oh, I did this wrong. I did it wrong. Let's reload. So it looks like you can't just kill her outright. I seem to remember there being some sort of scenario in which you can, but probably you have to get her to aggro you first. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bribe a couple times, and oh wow, I got all the way to 100. I think there's a little critical involved in that. So if you get her up to 100, she'll just give you the code book. But if you're joined in the Thieves Guild, then she won't give it to you, and then you have to fight her, I think. Then, when you have that, you go in and join the Thieves Guild, and then you can turn in the quest, and everything's fine. You are part of both. The lore behind this, behind the reason you can't join the Thieves Guild and the Fighters Guild at the same time, is that there's like two sort of rival thieving type guilds, little, criminal gangs or whatever. There's the Thieves Guild, and then there's the Kamana Tong, and the Kamana Tong have ties with the Fighters Guild. The Thieves Guild and the Kamana Tong are kind of at war with each other, so, the corruption in the Fighters Guild, they want you to not be able to be part of the Thieves Guild and also supporting the corruption in the Kamana Tong Fighters Guild stuff. Which, from a lore standpoint makes sense, but it's pretty annoying from a gameplay standpoint. I want to do both. Let's just turn that in real quick. You have the option to keep the code book for whatever reason. Like if I was going to not turn in this quest, then I would just not turn in the quest. I wouldn't reject it there. Okay, so the next thing is to collect some debt money from this lady in Surin. So far we've just been in Balmora most of the time, so I think this is an excellent opportunity to show off a little bit more of the world map, tell you a little bit more about the land. So let's go on over to Surin, and I'll talk a little bit more over there. Yes, I'll take one ticket to Surin, please. Surin is this little trading town on the side of a lake, pretty major lake, in sort of the central southern end of Morrowind. I'll show you on the map. It is right over here, so it's like on the southern end of this lake, pretty close to Vivek, which is down this way, I think. Or no, it's over in this little bay area right there. But yeah, Surin is a lovely little town. There's not all that much to do here. There's a few shops and things, nothing special, except, let me take some damage there, do a little fall, that's alright. It helps my acrobatics skill. Wow. Took me a while to say that, except for the House of Earthly Delights, which is the main attraction in Surin. So, young children avert thine eyes, but this is a strip club, and we've got some topless barmaids here, and we've got some dancers, some skeevy-looking dudes hanging around. This guy whines about his lost slave, so there's some slave trading going on. This is the lady we're supposed to get money from, so if you ask her about the debt money, she says the Kamana Tong is shaking her down for protection money, basically. And we are just going to basically give her 200 gold so that she gives us the 200 gold. To me, that's just like, I'm not going to participate in any shakedowns, so I'm just going to do that. Once you get far enough in the Fighters Guild, there's like a branching path thing where you can choose to support the Kamana Tong by, taking part in the corruption, or you can try and purge the Fighters Guild of Kamana Tong influence, which is usually what I go for. I don't know, I guess I'm just a do-gooder at heart. So that's that one, pretty simple. I feel like, I don't know, it's a little bit of a grind to get far in this game, and it might not be that interesting to watch. And I'm not that good at like color commentary or whatever, so I don't know if this is even going to be that interesting for anybody to watch. But I guess seeing as the quality of the recording is so bad anyway, it doesn't really matter because I don't think anybody's watching anyway. It's really just for my amusement. So I don't know. Here's the 200 septims for the shakedown. Let me go ahead and do some advancement. See what other orders. Oh yeah, this one's a quick one. So there's a bounty on this orc. I don't know if this is like this in terms of the story. This might actually be another Kamana Tong thing. But the orc lives in this tower over here. And usually what I'll do is after I kill this lady, orc, I'll just take over this house and make it mine. It's kind of just convenient anyway. It's got some storage up top, so you have a place to store your stuff. And it's a nice looking house. It's pretty swanky. Nice tower building in Belmora. She's not too hard, especially since I'm kind of a beast right now. I'm not going to take any of that, although I think I have to take it if I dispose of the corpse. Yeah, I do. So I'll just store that away in some of the storage up here, because I don't want to be carrying around all that weight. Especially that axe is really heavy. So now that lady's dead and the house is mine. It's all mine. Alright, I'm just gonna skip back to the Fighters Guild. Ow. Duro Growball is dead. There's 250 gold in the bank. Get my next orders. I don't have any more orders from her, so now if I want to advance further in the Fighters Guild, I'm going to have to go to a different city and do that stuff. But since we've already done 3 of those today, I think what I'll do instead is I'll just go on a little adventure, see what happens. I think maybe I kind of want to go show off some of the Daedric ruins, and I'm almost positive that I'm not at a high enough level for that yet. But maybe we'll just go over there and get wrecked for a little bit anyway. If I can manage to kill even one thing, that'll be great for leveling up and stuff. I'll probably gain some heavy armor and some long blade and stuff like that. I think the requirement for heavy armor, or any sort of armor for leveling up, is that whenever you take damage, you gain experience in heavy armor. And I think for long blade, it's just, whenever you deal damage, you gain experience. So that stuff makes sense, mostly. And then usually, I think I'm all kitted out in heavy armor. Oh, block will also, since I have a shield equipped, you automatically block every once in a while. I don't remember picking up chitin boots, but since I have them on, I'll probably be gaining a little bit of light armor as well. This thing is medium, so I'm going to be getting a little bit of medium. And that's probably about it, but yeah. The main reason to go to a Daedric ruin is the loot, because Daedra all drop Daedra hearts, which are pretty valuable loot, and they also drop like fire salts and frost salts and things like that, which are valuable. And if you kill, I think it's just Daedric lords and maybe a couple others, they'll drop Daedric weaponry, which is the real loot there, because that stuff is super valuable. It's also really good, so if I find a long blade, one-handed long blade, Daedric weapon, then I will take it. There might be some stuff along the way, but I'm on like level 3 right now, so it's probably not going to be that tough, just like some rats and stuff. Yeah. My fatigue is all the way down, so I'm not hitting that often, which is a shame. But he's not dealing all that much damage to me, so it doesn't matter. I really like the way this game looks too. It seems ridiculous to say that, and every time I say it to someone, they laugh at me. But even though the textures are really grainy and the models are really low poly, I just like the how everything comes together. It's like the art direction in this game is like fantastic. And I love how like there's these tall peaks and they're like mist covered in mist, which I get is because the Xbox can't render the whole thing, but also it just looks cool. And it's just like, and the forts and like all the like color choices just all support each other. And you know, this place is very gray because it's this, you know, ravine thing, so it's supposed to be gray. But like, you also get these splashes of yellow and red, and the like brightness of the magic, and the like some of the creatures are just like, it's just so well done. Like the art direction and the world building and the like everything about this game I really love. On top of the fact that it's got these like deep mechanics with the statistics and stuff, and just all of it comes together really, really well. And there's a reason that like Morrowind is still considered the best Elder Scrolls game overall. And especially if you're playing on PC and you can get some visual mods going, like just to upgrade that stuff, maybe even like AI mods. Oh god, these fuckers. Everybody complains about the cliff racers, and it's like super valid because these guys are so annoying. And like they're not easy either. If you spec wrong, these guys can definitely kill you. Specking wrong in this game, like really, it's really a bad idea. Okay guys, let's calm down a little bit. My long blade increased, that's nice. Probably my heavy armor is going to increase at some point. I think it was about to level up, maybe not. Let me check. Long blade just leveled up, heavy armor is about halfway, and block isn't that close, so whatever. I'm heading this way because I know there's a Daedric ruin up here, by the way. There's some more. These are like the kind of the bread and butter enemy for the sort of tougher wilderness areas in the game. Oh man, there's so much I could go off on about this game. So there are like different types of wilderness areas in the game. There's I don't remember all the names of them anymore because it's been a while since I played it religiously. But back in the day I knew it all. And I need to use some cheap restore health. I said it was like not that useful, and it isn't, because like, yeah, it's very slow and you have to use multiples to get any sort of significant healing, but outside of battle it's okay. Just you can't use it in battle because it just doesn't, you just can't. But as I was going to say, there's like different types of wildernesses. So right now we're in this Foyota right here, which is just a valley basically, like a lava tube coming out of the central volcano, the Red Mountain. And so this is like one type of wilderness where you get a lot of cliff racers and like occasionally elementals and things like that. But there's also like, so this area over here is like a lot gentler. You only get like nix hounds and rats occasionally, and there's like lots of flowers and there's grass and stuff. If you go further to the I guess that's the east, then you come across this area, which is like one of the harder areas in the game, because it's got like tons of like cliff racers and stuff, just like all kinds of annoying enemies, and the terrain is like really rocky and bumpy, so you can't get anywhere really. It's hard, you have to like stick to paths and things. There's these islandy areas over here, which are, I don't know, they're kind of hard, I guess. They're just kind of weird. I don't go over here that much because it's just like it's like Telvanni area, and I never really got along with the Telvanni very well. There's this area up here, which is actually one of my favorite areas in the game. It's kind of like this plains sort of area, which there's no like major cities around here, so it's easy to miss if you're not like being thorough about exploring the map. But it's actually one of the coolest areas in the game to me. There's like a lot of different Dunmer fortresses. There's like those, which are usually pretty difficult. They've got like bandits and things in them. They're old Dunmer fortresses, abandoned, so there's also some sort of fast travel system associated with those, but I never figured it out, and I never bothered to look it up on the wiki. There's these sort of areas up here, which are also some of the harder areas in the game. Sort of on the western edge, there's a lot of desert and tough areas like that. The thing is, it's not the mobs that make those areas tough. It's the amount of space there is where there's like, you're far away from any sort of major city where you might be able to go heal up or sell anything, and there's lots of annoying enemies and just things that chip away at your health. And then there's things like this. There's lots of Daedric ruins in those sorts of areas. So here we are at the Daedric ruins. I'm going to save the game by resting a bunch. The guys in here, these are some of the harder dungeons in the game. Aside from like the Red Mountain end game dungeons, these are probably the hardest. So we're just gonna like walk in there and see what we find. Being very cautious, even though I just saved the game. So there should be a guy like up in here probably, and then maybe one wandering around. Okay, there's a scamp. Scamp I can probably take out right now. Yeah, not too hard at all. Scamp skin is not that valuable, but whatever. I guess maybe the reason there's scamps right now is because I'm on a lower level. Maybe they don't want to throw the real hard stuff at me right now. Scamps are usually hard anyway, so... Oh yeah, there's another one right there. Yeah, usually these places would have more like Daedric lords and like golden, what do I call it, golden warriors or something. I forget. But usually they would have more of that sort of thing and less scamps. But these are all scamps right now, so I'm just gonna blow through them. I guess. Like if you're just gonna throw a softball at me, I guess I'll blow through it. Ooh, lag. Wow, that lagged a bunch. I don't know why. Just the game, the Xbox trying to fucking process all the AI that it has to do. I guess since I blew through that so easily, I'll just go inside, see what's up in there. Might be some harder enemies in there. But there's also, that's where all the loot is, so I guess we'll see. Here we go. Here's a... Oh, no, these are not Daedric people. These are, okay, so these are followers of, what's his name? The Dark Lord, whatever. And they are going to be tough. Oh, yeah. Very tough. Chugging exclusive restore health. That's why you want those. Come on, die. If I can get this lady down, then the rest of them are pretty much cake. Oh, but that might not be happening. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die here. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm probably dead. I got fire on me, oh, they summoned the Dremora Lord, that's great. So, that's why that's happening. Okay. Maybe we're not ready for that quite yet. Oh boy. Alright, well that's, that's that. Basically all I wanted to show you. That's where the end game stuff is going to be happening. Not total end game, but like almost end game stuff. And I guess on level 3 we're not quite ready for that yet. So I'm going to call that it for this episode. Next time I think I'll be doing a few more quests. Maybe I'll do some like bandit encampments, something a little bit more suited to my skill level right now. We will not be doing these things anymore for a little bit anyway. But, I mean, if it was just scamps, then I could take care of it easily. But, yeah. Anyway, that's it. So, talk to you next time. Goodbye.